This is video number 2, and we're going to look at compact bone on a microscopic level. I'm going to be using this diagram that's in your book, and it shows a slice of bone taken out of the diaphysis. And the same diagram is going to be on several slides over and over, and each slide will look at a little more detail. But let's just suppose that we took a triangular piece of compact bone from the diaphysis. The gray arrow shows that we have sliced this triangular piece and enlarged it. And most of the piece, if you look near my hand-drawn red arrow, most of the piece is going to be compact bone. There will be a little bit of spongy bone, and there's also going to be blood vessels in the center of the entire diaphysis of the bone. Here they've removed the marrow. Notice on the very top of our triangular piece, there's a circular pattern. All of the circles that go outward start with a blood vessel in the center. There's some vocabulary associated with this. The vessels are in a canal. They exist in a space or central canal, also called a haversian canal. The blood vessels plus the circles are sometimes called a haversian system. This term is not in your book, but it's in most textbooks. Now we're going to look in a little more detail at the circles. Notice that you have a circle around the blood vessels and you have more that enlarge outward. So these are a series of circles. The circles are called lamella. Again, this term is not in your book, but it's in most books. Lamellae is plural. Lamella refers to just one circle. Why would we have a blood vessel in the middle of a system of circles? The blood vessel delivers oxygen and nutrients, so it's a transportation system. Next, we're going to look at the lamellae in detail. So look at a gray arrow on the diagram leading to an enlarged circle. So if we were to look at one section of the lamellae, circular rings, and really blow it up, we would find out that there's a lot of space there. There's some empty spaces, but it's not totally empty because there are some spider-like cells there. The bone cells that exist in these spaces are called osteocytes. Os refers to bone, cyte refers to cell. And then take a look. There's some little passageways that lead to the space where the spider-like nucleated cells are. These little canals are called canaliculus. The canaliculus, that term really translates out to mean little canal. It's a small passageway that brings the nutrients and the oxygen to the cells, which again are called osteocytes. The cells exist in a little space. The space where the cell sits in is called the lacuna. So we have two L terms that sometimes people get confused. The lamella, lamellae plural, are the circles. Inside the circles, the tiny spaces are lacunae, and that's where the bone cells exist. Bone cells being called osteocytes. So we've covered quite a lot of vocabulary in just a few slides. That's the end of video number 2.